Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings today. We're doing messages from the fairies during these difficult times. I took out all the ones that I know that we've seen before, and then I shuffled the rest and I said, okay, which fairies do we need for today? And one of them jumped out. And then when I cut the deck, one of them flopped out and then the bottom one flopped out. So I didn't even pull these like normally where I shuffle it and then I cut the deck and those are the ones that I pick. These jumped out. So each of these has a message for one or more of you, and you can listen to all the messages if you want to. So are we going to go with fairy number 1, fairy number 2, or fairy number 3 to see what message the fairies have for us during these difficult times? See which one of them has a message for you. Feel into the cards. I'm going to be doing readings with both the rune dice and the rose quartz runes because they both wanted to come too. So it's just one of those things where things are rushing to give messages today. So I guess we need it. I know we do. So I will put the timestamps in the description and I will see you there. Bye. Hello, fairy number 1 people. So let's turn this card, see which fairy it is that has a message for you. And we have the Fae Lion. So Fae is another way to say fairy. In French, it is the way to say fairy. Actually, this is probably the Fae Lion from as a play on sea lion, but I don't care because it's Fae. So this fairy has a reading for you. So let's first of all use the rune dice and get a quick reading from that, and then we'll clarify with the rose quartz dice. Oh, oh. Ooh, they just kind of went everywhere, but I'm going to take up the one that fell upside down with a blank, and we're going to straighten these where they fell. Man, oh man. Can you see all of those? Did they go so? Oh no, they didn't. Okay, so we have 5 of them on the screen. I'm going to move these up because that one went underneath. So this is interesting. The central issue is right about there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rose quartz runes to provide the central issue. And the central issue is harvest. Okay, so the Fae Lion, which is sort of a combination of, I guess it's a fairy, but it's also got elements of a lion. And also, I guess with the play on sea lion, we've got the sea lion thing. Well, mostly I'm just seeing it as instinct. We're going to have a fairy who's very strong on instinct and also very confident and because if it's a lion, then we have the whole leadership, confidence, strength, ferocity thing going on. And he's going to show you that right now what you're focusing on is bringing things, well, okay, a couple things. Yira is the rune of the harvest. It's also a rune that has to do with time and a season. So it literally means year. So your focus is kind of on the time that is past, time that is to come, and the season in which you are currently. Now, leading up to this, what didn't help you recently, well not recently, quite a couple steps back from now, is that it felt like your world was turning upside down. We have Othala reversed, and it's in lower line, so it's what wasn't helping you. You sort of felt like you've been unseated, sort of like out of your comfort zone, and that's sort of been making things difficult for you. Then, about a step or two after that, you sort of got really, what was starting to help you was actually 2 things. One, you made yourself keep moving. You basically kept yourself moving forward, which is always a good help. But secondly, Avaz, which is the rune of the horse, has to do with movement but also spirit. So I think it made some connection to spirit. Whatever spirit is for you, your spirit may vary. It could be like something that would generally be considered as spirituality, but it could also be just connecting to spirit however you do, whether that's through nature, music, artwork, anything that through which you connect to spirit, and that's been helping you move forward. Then you had another bit of a setback just before you got to this point where there was an emergency that happened. We have Nauthi's reversed. Nauthi's is the rune of need, and reversed it's like drop everything and tend to this because it is an emergency. So there was something that happened recently, like really recently, like right up against where we are now, where this is kind of like you're still moving forward and you're still focusing on your connection with spirit, but this is sort of dragging you down at this point where it's like, I have to stop everything and deal with this because it's an emergency, which leads us to this point where you are in the middle of this. You are seeing fruits of your labors coming through. At the same time, though, you're wondering how long this season is going to last. So what's going to help you going forward? The thing that is going to help you the most, and then it's right up next to what is going to also continue to help you moving forward, is that in addition to moving forward, keeping yourself moving forward and keeping connection to whatever spirit is for you, be in communication. Be in communication with people that you care about and that you trust and all that good stuff. Just be in communication. Keep manifesting, like keep expressing, and be in communication. So that's really going to help you the most, is don't feel like you're isolated. Even in isolation, unless you're really, really isolated, but in terms of even nowadays, even if you are sort of in lockdown or anything like that, you still have means of communicating with others. So that's something that is definitely going to help you. Just, find other people, like-minded people that you can talk with or communicate with or email with or message or any of that. And this is going to help you with the patience that you're going to need to keep moving forward until the end of this season, whatever this season is. And so that, Fae Lion people, is your reading. Good luck, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Message from the fairy. Bye. Hello, fairy number 2 people. So let's turn this card, see what fairy has a message for you, and it's the Singer of Healing. So clearly, the Singer of Healing is coming to you with healing. So let's see what the rune dice have to say, and then we'll clarify that with the rose quartz dice. Oh, ooh, that one went way the heck over there. So this one was upside down, so I'll pick that up. And let's turn everything the way that it wants to be. And this one was way up here, so I'm gonna just bring this down, but keep in mind that this one I'm bringing down was way over here. So I'm gonna move that there, but it was over here. So to clarify, what's our central issue? Our central issue is really pretty much there. So we're gonna go to the rose quartz runes and pull out the central issue for that. And that is Gabo. Gabo is the rune of the gift. It has to do with the exchange, with an exchange. It also has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals. But given that this is the Singer of Healing, I'm seeing this as the message that it has is there's an interchange that is going on that's actually going to heal you very much. So, or maybe this is about healing a relationship that you're having, or healing within a relationship, or healing by a relationship. So leading up to this, and all of this is sort of, everything before this, the central issue, is things that were sort of dragging you down. Everything after this central issue are things that are lifting you up. So I'm going to see this as healing through a relationship, or healing through an agreement, decision, or goal that you set with yourself. So before this, leading up, farthest back before this, there was a feeling of not moving forward. We have Avaz reversed. Avaz is the rune of the horse, has to do with movement and also spirit. So it is reversed, and it's on the what isn't helping line, but it's a few steps before the central issue where you are now, where you're making this decision and goal, or you have this relationship that you're sort of connecting with and through which you're going to have this healing. So you really felt like you weren't moving forward, and this has sort of been dragging you down. It's actually dampened your spirits as well. Leading up to this, this sort of led to the fact that you weren't moving forward and the fact that your spirits were low. This led to what basically was an emergency. You had to deal with, you had to drop everything and focus on this thing and fixing this thing. And what this led to is a feeling like you were afraid of your own feelings. Sorry, Nauthi's rune of need reversed on the lower line has to do with, well, when Nauthi's is reversed anyway, it always means drop everything and deal with this emergency. So that's been sort of dragging you down, and then the fact that right after that you feel like either you feel like you're afraid of having feelings, or you feel like you're numb. This is Laguz, it's the rune of the lake, so it has to do with all the watery stuff, emotion, intuition, and heart. Reversed on the lower line, it has to do with fears of these things, so fear of emotion, sort of a mistrust of your heart, never a good thing, always going to drag you down in that. So you were not in a very good place leading up to this point, but you've sort of made a decision at this point where you're not going to do that. You're making the decision of healing. And look, the singer of healing is actually making a gaybo sign. I could line that up. So it's making the gaybo rune as well. So it's basically, you're going to make a choice. You're going to make an agreement with yourself, a decision to move forward from this. So the thing that's going to help you, and it's going to be a couple steps along, and this is pretty significant anyway, so just to let, like, the singer of healing has come in, it's going to help you. So I suppose even if you wanted to just, basically connect with the singer of healing, maybe that will help you, or anything that brings you healing, that you know brings you healing. And just making this decision is a big step. Moving forward, you're going to get to a point where you're going to be like, this is a really difficult challenge, but it's my challenge, and I embrace it. I think it's Carolyn Casey who calls these traumatic things my beautiful, dangerous assignment. And this is basically, Carolyn Casey's awesome. Anyways, so basically, after you've made this decision and you're sort of living under this, there's going to be a point where you're going to be like, I have to embrace this challenge that is my challenge. And that's going to help you a lot. But what's going to help you even more, because even though this challenge is my challenge, it's still going to feel impossible. But if you sit with it, if you stay with that and continue your agreement to move forward in healing, there is going to be a point where you can actually move forward above it and resume or start a whole new journey for yourself. And that's the thing that's going to help you the most, because this is the highest rune in the spread. It was actually out of the camera range. It was above the Merlinite here. So it was like, wait, it's like, this is, embracing your challenge is going to lead you to a journey that you are going to be happy to embrace and take. And this is going to lift you right the heck out of all of this that was dragging you down. And the healing will carry forward through that. So that, fairy number 2, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, fairy number 3. So let's turn this fairy card and see what fairy has a message for you. Oh no, it's the Soul Shrinker. Oh my gosh, that's the scariest card in the bunch. But it has a message for you, so there must be some good to come of it. Coming in the spirit of healing and just letting you know about things. Maybe there's somebody in your life who's a soul shrinker. That's terrible. But maybe, hopefully, it's coming in the spirit of health and wholeness. Rolling the rune dice to get you a quick reading, a scattercast. Ooh, oh. And that went right off the end. Let me get up and get this rune that fell. Where did it go? Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is. Oh, and that's pretty cool. Okay, so this is what's going to really, really help you. And I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to put it at the top. This is going to help you the most. So it's so much is going to help you that it went flying. And these actually don't even apply because they came face down. This is the fewest rune dice that I've ended up in the reading today. This is pretty cool. So this wants to be like that and this wants to be like that. Can you see these? No, you can't even see these. Everything's like really spread. Okay, so that. And this landed on the Soul Shrinker, and honestly, that's the most apt place for it. So I'm going to take the... Did you hear all my mutterings? I hope if you turned it up, you could hear me muttering, because I wasn't muttering. I was just excited about things. Okay, so let's see what the Rose Quartz runes have to give you for... Okay, so you have a big challenge going on. Right now, you are dealing with a big challenge. Your central issue is this challenge. And what your challenge is that you are coming from a place of great unhappiness, and from the placement of Vunyo reversed, which is the joy rune reversed, on the Soul Shrinker, like right at its mouth. I'm going to hazard a guess that you've been dealing with some pretty nasty and toxic situation involving communication with somebody who's very overbearing, perhaps, or maybe this is self-talk that has been sucking your soul and shrinking your soul and making you very unhappy. So whoever has been doing this to you, whether it's somebody or whether it's some people or whether it's you, this is something that needs to stay in the past because we need to move forward from this. And all of this is moving forward from this. So that's good. So, this is pretty terrifying, and I'm sorry that you have to go through this, but let's see what we can do. So first thing is, you can see the door you need to pass through, and it is open. The central issue right now is that you are standing in front of this door, which is Faeries, which is the rune of the thorn, the giant, the gateway. It is the challenge, and it's upright. So the challenge is not obstructed. It's yours to take. You just have a psychological thing. Maybe you've had your soul shrunk to the point where you feel like you can't go through the door, and that's what's keeping you from doing it. Maybe you're afraid of, this is, even though this is horrible, this is what you knew. So you're hesitant to go through the door because this is all new and you're scared of it. But really, you need to get through this door. So see the open doorway, take it. Go away from this. This is not pleasant. This is toxic and it is shrinking your soul. And if you needed a sign that what you think that this is that, here you go. Here you go. I'm so sorry about that. That's just awful. So step through the door. First of all, put this door between you and this situation. And if you do this, when you turn around, you will see nothing but thorns, because this is the way that this is the thorn, the giant, the gateway. This is the thorn. And the thorn is on this side. So once you step past this, if you try to turn back, you're going to see this for what it was, which is just the thorns and just nastiness. And you won't be able to go back. You will know you can't go back. You'll see it for what it is. So you can only move forward. At first, be happy that you've taken this challenge and that you've gone through this door, and it's good. It's going to be a bit of a blank time. I'm actually going to throw down another... Whoa, I'm ripping up my thingy. I'm going to throw down another rune from the rose quartz just to give you the step that's over this. Okay, yeah. As you move forward, things are going to free up. You're going to have more light in your life. This is Dagaz, it's the rune of the breakthrough. The breaking of the day, so it's breakthrough rune, breaking of the day, illumination, all that good stuff. So the light is going to come back to your life. You're going to feel your soul is going to unshrink, which is really, really good. You might still get dragged down by a couple things. One, you're going to feel like, how much time did I waste here? And how little time might I have left in the future? And this is going to make you feel very worried about, you're going to doubt your heart. You're going to, well, it's not reversed, but the heart rune is here. This is Yira, the rune of the harvest and time. And so I'm seeing this more as being about time, how much time has passed, how little time might be left. That could drag you down, which could lead to, this will feed into just this worry about whether your heart's in the right place. You're going to be worried about your emotions. You're going to be worried about trusting your intuition. You can. The main thing that is, I'm actually going to throw another, because this is such a scary, toxic situation. The main thing is that you are seeing light returning to your life, and that should be, just the fact that this is happening is fantastic, and you need to basically, once you've moved through this challenge of stepping through this door, you just let that light soak in and let your soul expand again. And what's going to help you at that point is we have Ansus. Ansus is the rune of communication, also of manifestation and expression. So find people you can talk to in the outside world that you can trust and communicate, tell your story, express, create, make artwork maybe, or write or play music or anything that's sort of creative, but just express. And that's going to help you, now that your soul is coming back, now that your soul is unshrinking, that's going to help you the most at that stage. But what this is leading to, and what's going to help you the most, which was so much helping you the most that it jumped right off the table and I had to get up and find it, is Avaz, which is the rune of the horse, and it has to do with movement but also spirit. So once you pass this step, where you sort of overcome these worries and you just keep expanding and your world gets more and more illuminated, you're going to get to a point where your spirit is going, you're going to feel a greater connection to spirit than you've had in ages, because your soul is going to be like feeling a lot better. And that's going to help you, that plus the fact that you are moving forward and you are moving ever away from this is going to help you the most. Just that you keep moving forward away from this. So that, fairy number 3, people, is your reading. I am so sorry you had to go through that, but I am looking forward for you to you stepping through this gateway and leaving all of this behind forever. So that is your reading, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Thank you, scary fairy. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.